Look where Trump just suddenly showed up and shocked everyone with what he brought with him. Although the liberal mainstream American media has been constantly going after our President Donald J. Trump, last night showed each and every one of us what he's made of. Our president along with First Lady Melania showed up at a local area restaurant yesterday, and what he brought with him was epic. He was sporting an awesome attitude and was looking genuinely happy. In fact, he looked happier than any other time during his presidency, despite all the criticism he's endured in the first 9 months on the job. Just like all our past great leaders, he just doesn't let all the crap from the media and the insane left-wing nuts get to him. He just keeps going and delivering what he promised. He continues to make America great again, bit by bit. Benny, here's at real Donald Trump walking into Trump Hotel in D.C. tonight. Source at the dinner says it's the happiest I've seen them since election. Lottery Post reports. The president's accomplishments to date. A few days ago, I received an email that threw some light on Trump's accomplishments over this last while, and it was of great interest. Now we have all heard of the negative things that are attributed to Trump, as the media has made sure that they keep the heat on him at every corner. But what about news of the good things he has done for the country? Is there anything in the papers? I have not seen anything. Yet, there have been some very good things this fellow has done which escape many, as these things are not published in favor of the negative junk. Now, you have to remember that Trump is not a politician. He is a CEO. I bet he would have loved to clean house and fire everybody and redo everything the way it should be done, but that in the USA is an impossible task without taking over the country by force. The other politicians would never allow it and would have presented a formidable opposition. But when a company hires a CEO to turn their company around, a good CEO does do that. He walks into a company and looks at it, and cuts the crap out and fires people and replaces them with competent people that can and will do the work. Very difficult to do when you are a businessman and faced with politicians that you cannot fire, otherwise you do not have any support. What a job to tackle. I do not envy him. So what has Trump done that has prompted me to write on him? WHO knew. Not those that get their news from the mainstream media. They only talk about the phony Russian story. Every lefty in the US is trying to derail the Trump administration. It's time that we fight back. Spread the word. What has President Donald Trump done since he has been in office? 1. Supreme Court Judge Gorsuch. 2. 59 missiles dropped in Syria. 3. He took us out of TPP. 4. Illegal immigration is now down 70%, the lowest in 17 years. 5. Consumer confidence highest since 2000 at index 125.6. 6. Mortgage applications for new homes rise to a 7-year high. 7. Arranged from 7% to 24% tariff on lumber from Canada. 8. Bids for border wall are well underway. 9. Pulled out of the lopsided stupid Paris Climate Accord. 10. Keystone Pipeline approved. 11. NATO allies boost spending by 4.3%. 12. Allowing VA to terminate bad employees. 13. Allowing private healthcare choices for veterans. 14. More than 600,000 jobs created. 15. Median household income at a 7-year high. 16. The stock market is at the highest ever in its history. 17. China agreed to American import of beef. 18. $89 billion saved in regulation rollbacks. 19. Rollback of a regulation to boost coal mining. 20. Moab for ISIS. 21. Travel ban reinstated. 22. Executive order for religious freedom. 23. Jump-started NASA after being shut down by Obama. 24. $600 million cut from UN peacekeeping budget. 25. Targeting of MS-13 gangs. 26. Deporting violent illegal immigrants. 27. Signed 41 bills to date. 28. Created a commission on child trafficking. 29. Created a commission on voter fraud. 30. Created a commission for opioids addiction. 31. Giving power to states to drug test unemployment recipients. 32. Unemployment lowest since May 2007. 33. Historic Black College University Initiative. 34. Women in Entrepreneurship Act. 35. Created an office for illegal immigrant crime victims. 36. Reversed Dodd-Frank. 37. Repealed DOT ruling which would have taken power away from local governments for infrastructure planning. 38. Order to stop crime against law enforcement. 39. End of DACA program. 40. Stopped companies from moving out of America. 41. Promoted businesses to create American jobs. 42. Encouraged country to once again buy American and hire American. 43. Cutting regulations, 2 for every 1 created. 45. Review of all trade agreements to make sure they are America first. 46. Apprentice program. 47. Highest manufacturing surge in 3 years. 48. $78 billion promised reinvestment from major businesses like Exxon, Bayer, Apple, SoftBank, Toyota. 49. Denied FBI a new building. 50. $700 million saved with F-35 renegotiation. 51. Saves $22 million by reducing White House payroll. 52. Department of Treasury reports a $182 billion surplus for April 2017, second largest in history. 53. Negotiated the release of 6 U.S. humanitarian workers held captive in Egypt. 54. Gas prices lowest in more than 12 years. 55. Signed an executive order to promote energy independence and economic growth. 56. Has already accomplished more to stop government interference into people's lives than any president in the history of America. 57. President Trump has worked with Congress to pass more legislation in his first 100 days than any president since Truman. 58. Has given head executive of each branch's 6-month time frame, dated March 15, 2017, to trim the fat, restructure and improve efficiency of their branch. Observe the push back the leaks the lies as entrenched power refuses to go silently into that good night. 59. Last, refused his presidential paycheck. Donated it to veterans. Now we can also add the defeat of ISIS to the list, and the fact that our stock market has increased by $5.2 trillion since the election, which has given us the lowest unemployment rates in 16 years. This is resounding proof that the American presidency does make a difference. Look at what happened to our great nation when, because of white guilt, we as a nation decided it was a good idea to elect a half-African American never-was charlatan who goes by the name of both Barack Hussein Obama and Barry Soetoro. A man who had no known accomplishments whatsoever in politics, or in his professional life. He had never even run a lemonade stand, but people thought it was a good idea to make him the most powerful man in the world. The Barack Hussein Obama mistake gave us a revival of the racism narrative in America, a disastrous economy for 8 years, an overhaul of our health care system that left many of us not being able to afford our health insurance premiums, and a nation that was being laughed at throughout the world. So much for hope and change. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.